So the most interesting question on the Nuggets for me for this upcoming season is, does Jokic become the best player in the league? Pretty much. I don't think that's going to happen. Could he get into the top 5 conversation? Even then, I would say no, mainly because of the competition. But is it a possibility that Jokic averages like 25 points a game this season? The guy has the talent for it, definitely. And the whole everything is built around the dude with the cuts and the handoffs and Jamal Murray setting screens for him when Jokic has the ball in his hands. And it's a well-oiled machine at this point, the Nuggets offense around Jokic. And because I said it before, I'll say it again. Dude just played in FIBA. He might be a little more in shape. Even then, he looked fat the whole tournament, but, for whatever that's worth. I don't think the Nuggets are going to take a massive jump this season. They won 54 a year ago. I could see him winning a couple more games. I could also see him losing a couple more as well. The West got better, so if anything, that would suggest they lose a few more games, but I just kind of see the West as what the West typically is. It's this hodgepodge of very good teams where the difference between this seed and a seed that's much lower than it is like barely anything. It's effectively nothing, right? This previous year, the Nuggets were the 2 seed, the Blazers were whatever they were, and of course, like the Nuggets almost lost in the first round of the Spurs, right? So the margins are really that close. And I just don't think the Nuggets have done anything to separate themselves like that. I know the Jeremy Grant move, I never did a video on it. It's a good move, okay? I like Jeremy Grant. The chances of him being the modern day Dennis Rodman are higher than 0, so that's good. And Michael Porter's coming in, and he could be an offensive option. Don't really think he's going to do much with the ball this season, but playing off of it and being a big dude who you can hope to be a good defender and all that, I get it. Gary Harris missed time last season, cool. Jamal Murray, they gave him the max contract. They're hoping he can be this Steph Curry light type of a player. Not saying all those things are not eventually going to happen. I just don't think they're going to happen this season. We can start with Jamal Murray. I just don't think he has the savviness and the IQ and all that to dominate NBA games like that. He's a good player, and by the time he's 25 years old, I could picture him averaging mid-20s and 5.5 to 6 assists, which usually nowadays suggests that you're one of the top point guards. But again, for this season, I just don't think Jamal Murray is going to be the super savvy pick and roll guy who's hitting contested threes and all that stuff. I mean, I mentioned Steph Curry light. We can also look at like Kyrie, Kemba, Damian Lillard for the type of point guard that you want Jamal Murray to be. And it's just not easy to get to that level. I get it. You can look at the stuff and you can say, well, he went up, from his first year to this year, the points per game's gone up, the threes attempted have gone up, the percentages have improved. It's not 2K, man, okay? Like, it just doesn't keep on going up all the time. Now, that being said, could I see him reaching 20 a game this season? Yeah, sure. It's not a crazy jump, but I'm just not expecting Jamal Murray to be an all-star and all that. So then at that point, I'm like, well, if I don't think Jamal Murray is going to take a huge jump, and if I think Jokic has kind of settled in as being a top 10 guy, I don't know, maybe the 8th best player in the league, I don't know. But if that's where those two are, and I don't think the rest of the roster is going to have a crazy improvement, then I just don't think these guys are going to jump from like 54 wins to 62 or something. But again, mid-50s, definitely a fair thing. And also, even if they do win like 60 games, I'm probably not going to pick them to go through the whole Western Conference. That's another thing. I mean, if we're just comparing their best versus other teams in the West's best. Like, Kawhi is better than Jokic. LeBron and AD are better than Jokic. Harden is better than Jokic. And even then, I'm not saying they can't win like a crazy series against the Rockets or anything, but I'm running out of ways to say. I just think they're another team in the Western Conference, and being another team in the West means you're really good, but it's still not going to be easy unless they make a move. And the one move that I and a lot of people on my Twitter want them to make is to get Bradley Beal. It makes sense. They have the players, they have the type of team, and they also have dudes that the Wizards would want. Now, I guess the hang-up would be Murray. Nuggets don't want him, or don't want to trade him. Wizards would want him. I don't think he would end up getting moved. I think it'd be Gary Harris, Malik Beasley, maybe Torrey Craig and stuff, right? But another thing with this Nuggets team is they're so deep that they can make that type of move and still be pretty much ready to go. And I think that's just what they need at this point. They just need just a real second star. I mean, I did this whole thing with the Jamal Murray max contract video where I just said, look, I don't think he's that. I mean, if you're looking at the number 2 guys in the West, it's Anthony Davis, it's Paul George, it's Russell Westbrook, it's, well, the Jazz are weird because, like, Gobert's better than Mitchell, but offensively, I guess Conley would be the number 2 guy. I don't know. But, like, Jamal Murray's just not in that group. He might be better than Conley, but he's definitely not in the tip-top of the number 2 guys. And to be fair, Bradley Beal is not as good as, like, well, he might be better than Westbrook, but he's not like Anthony Davis or Paul George either. But the distance is not as drastic, right? And again, if you can pair up Beal with Jamal Murray, then you're definitely onto something. So, yeah, I guess for a prediction for the Nuggets, 55 wins, top something in the West. And I could picture them losing in round 1 in a tough series. I could picture them going all the way to the Western Conference Finals. So there's the Nuggets for you.